The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Guys, please confirm audio video. Thank you for the confirmation. Let's talk about the recap. In the previous session, you have seen how we follow the process in the projects related to the data management, how we should know information about batch size. But now it's time to understand what is the ideal batch size. Sometimes in the interview, they ask you this question, what is ideal batch size? Let me tell you, there is no such fixed because suppose there is a project and in that how batch size can impact. First of all, you need to understand this. So pay attention and see how it impacts actually the batch size concept. So imagine we said that batch size is, let's say for example, 1000. Means what? What will happen? Okay. Now here at a time 1000 records will be processed, shifted. Okay. Now imagine this is your object, and in that object, in the background, thousands of lines of code is written. Thousands of lines of code. Now suppose customer, so this code is like trigger, apex class, etc., which you will come to know whenever you learn development. So here, suppose customer entered one record, then one time this entire code will run one time. Imagine customer is entering at a time two records. So back to back two times this code will run. Suppose customer entering 1000 record. So back to back 1000 times this code will run. For every record it will run. So if this code is in large number, lots of code is written. Then there will be a load on Salesforce server. If this code number of lines of code is very high, because thousands of times back to back you are calling this code back to back, back to back, back to back, and finally error may come, which is called as the CPU timeout error. Then in this case, what you will do? So let's say you have lots of code and batch size is 1000, means at a time 1000 records you are processing, and too much load is coming on the server, you are getting error. Then Salesforce says you reduce the batch size and then load the data again. Then try. Again error, no problem. Try now. Again error? No problem. Try now. It's not necessary to always go in the round figure. You can do 750, 780, 720, and then try that number where error is not coming because you are giving load to the server. So you have to reduce the batch size. And that's why there is no fixed batch size in the market. It all depends on your project. All depends on your project. Okay? Please note. Next. So now, if they ask you this kind of question in the interview, what will be your answer? If they are going to ask you this kind of question, what you are going to say? What you will say? Very good. Only one student gave wrong answer. Remaining all the answers are correct. Please note, you will say no fixed batch size. These options are wrong. You will say these options are wrong. No fixed batch size. Okay, because just before few seconds we discuss there is no fixed batch size. So this kind of questions are tricky questions. They ask you to confuse you, but actually there is no fixed batch size. No fixed batch size. Next. After that, let's proceed for the next. And by the way, when this is the interview question, what they will do, they will tell you that see this error is coming while you're using data loader. So what is the issue? They also may ask like this: what is the problem? Why this error is coming? Then you can say accordingly what is the reason behind this. And please note, by reducing the batch size, you can avoid the error. Next. So guys, please note that in this scenario, we are going to also see some more useful information. Now, what more things you need to also use in data loader in terms of settings? What more knowledge you should have? Okay. So let me go to this and let me go to setting and see here. Please note here in this case, one more thing which you need to work in the office is, let me tell you this. When you should use this office in the office? Now see, sometimes what will happen in your office while you are working in the office, not from home, not from home, in the office, while you are working, Even though you entered correct username and correct password, then also you will realize you are not able to log in to data loader. It is because your company set some kind of restrictions and firewall, which is not associated, not related to Salesforce knowledge or Salesforce skill. It's about networking skill. So you need to go to your manager to connect with the networking guy in your office, and then to that person show this area and say, see, I'm not able to log into data loader, but I know something is related to this issue. Can you please check? And he will understand. And he will enter the data. He will enter the data here and click on OK and then try, it will work. Okay. So please note that this is not related to Salesforce. So this is something about technical networking things. So you can neglect that because this is not our area. This will be done by those people, networking people. So this is also useful in the office. Next, apart from that, one more thing which I would like to tell you, that if suppose you want to upload in the data loader some kind of big files, zip files, etc., then this is the area. Zip file, big file, then this also we can use. So these are some limited things which actually we use in the job, sometimes more, sometimes less. But this is what we wanted to see. Now let's move ahead. We are going to have a meeting with the client, something they need from our side. Let us see what is the requirement. Meeting started. Client is saying, guys, we need help from your side. We are facing the problem. Actually, you gave us some screen for data entry. I hope guys you remember we have given application, objects and all to the client, right? So client is saying you have given some screen to enter the data in Salesforce, all going good, all fine. So I'm talking about this, okay? I'm talking about this, which we already seen in the previous session, creating application, creating object. So client is saying you have given this to us. Yes, sir, we have given. So customer is saying with this application and object that you have given, we are happy, but we want your help to shift entire pen business data, old data, which is present in our old software. We want to shift that. Whatever old data we have, what about that? When you are going to plan shifting of old data, client is saying, client is saying. So in this case, we said, sir, we will do on the weekends. Coming weekend, we will do this. Now, guys, why I'm telling you this as a weekend? Why not on the working day? Okay, now listen carefully. Even if you do this kind of data management thing on the working day, please know there is no problem. There is no problem. But generally, in the standard practice of the office, generally, the standard practice of the office, we mostly do this kind of data work. We mostly do this kind of data work on weekends. Why? Because in some rare case, see, I'm saying rare to rare case, okay? Not regular case, rare to rare case, issue may happen, error may happen, which can make a problem to our customer in their ongoing work. That's why mostly we try weekend or non-working hours. Okay, but it's not compulsory. Please note it. If it is not possible, then you can do in the working hours also. Not mandatory. Okay, so this way we are learning the standard practice, and that's why I said you weekend. So client is saying, okay, weekend, no problem. But before that, can you do one thing? In the SAP, our habit, our pattern was we used to take backup of the data every Friday on the pen drive. We want same thing on Salesforce. Can you do that? Every Friday, take a backup on pen drive. Can you take it? We said, okay, no problem. Every Friday, backup. Please note that here we are going to now use a button which I'm going to show you. Whenever in the data loader, you have to take a backup. Then let me tell you, this is the button we take. Okay, so we will see now shortly how to use that button. But before that, guys, we need to log into data loader. So let's learn how to log into data loader. So if I want to log into data loader, see, let's say I want to do some operation, anything from this button. But let's say we'll start with export. Click on export. Immediately it will say, please authenticate. Enter your credentials. How I will know that you are the right person? So we can go for password authentication, enter username, password, or O authorization. Let's see one by one. First, we will see password authentication, O authorization next time, maybe tomorrow. So here we have to enter username, then password, and then Salesforce login URL. So here I'm going to enter username. So this way you have to enter all the details, and then only it's going to work. And after that, password. Enter the password and see, now it's going to give error. See, it's going to give error. Okay, so it's giving check user and password, etc. Error. So now let me tell you the reason behind this, guys. Whenever you're doing net banking payment from your banking application, so at the time of payment, even though you entered with your ID password, then also it will ask you something extra. Any idea what is that? At the time of payment, it will ask you something extra. Any idea about that? Just like OTP, correct? So, or security question, something like that. So that is called as double factor verification or two-factor authentication. So here also Salesforce will say, just by user ID and password, I'm not going to proceed. I want double factor authentication, like OTP. Not exactly OTP, but here we call security token. Security token. What is that security token? How can I get it? Okay. First of all, understand how to use that security token and how to get it. Okay. So please note that to get the security token, you need to log into Salesforce, and then let me show you how we can access security token. So I'm inside Salesforce. Click on this. You can see there is a setting at the top side, setting, right? Click on that. I clicked on circle, then setting. In the left hand side, reset my security token, you can see. And then you can see this. Click. It's saying we have reset and I'm going to send you this on your email. Okay, no problem. After that, let me go to my email and let me show you. Look at this. You can see before 0 minute and what I got from Salesforce, your security token. What is that? This one. This is my security token. This. Okay. So let me copy this and then after that, what I'm going to do now, see, if imagine my password is ABCD, for example, and let's say my security token is, let's say, this, which I just shown you on the email, which I got security token. Okay. So now in data loader, I need to enter, let's I'll write some numerical and combination so you can have a differentiation. You can easily understand. So this is the password, copy paste here, and security token, copy paste here without giving any space. Then only it will log in. Okay, so now let me do one thing. Let me copy the security token because already I entered the password. Already password entry is done. Now I just need to enter the here paste security token, paste login. You can see login successful. You can see login successful done. I am inside Salesforce. That's it. And right now you logged into Salesforce for which operation? If you forgot, suddenly you got a call from manager. Anything. You can see in the top corner, it will tell you right now you are inside for which operation? Export operation. Okay. As soon as you enter, it will show you all the objects and it will ask you that right now you are looking to do the work for which object. Right now you want to do work for which object. Okay. Now see, in this case, you can see we are having so many objects, but that's it. No, just click on this and see the magic. What will happen? Just look at this. Just look at the long list of Salesforce objects. So guys, these much objects we have in Salesforce. Please look at this. Okay, so many objects. So that's why generally we don't select this option because it's going to show all such objects which generally we don't even touch. We generally don't even touch. So why to open that and get confusion list, have a long list, remove that. Only see necessary important object and custom objects. Okay. So anyways, right now you are working for which object? You know, Parker. So just search Parker. Only one object will come. Click. Now Salesforce saying, okay, Shekhar, you want to export means download the records from the Parker table. So you tell me on your laptop where I should do this. So guys, what I'm going to do on my desktop, I'm going to create. I'm going to create one folder called as data loader. Look at this. On my laptop, I have created a data loader folder. So here I'm going to save that. But what is the file name? Let's say I will mention backup on what is today 10th December. Backup on 10 December, like this. Okay. Now what is the CSV? Okay. Listen carefully. This is the file type. See, we have Word file, PowerPoint file, Excel file, Notepad file, right? Where we have extension PPT for PowerPoint, XLS for Excel, doc for Word file. Similarly, there is a type of file called as CSV file, and that is the only file we can use in data loader. Only one file. So remember, you are maintaining here .csv at the end, otherwise error will come. Okay, and here if you see the no options are coming, save as type, no problem, lead. Just select here, ensure whatever name you want to give, but at the end .csv compulsory, and save. That's it. So now your file is ready, you are also ready. So click on next. Now Salesforce is saying that Shekhar, there are so many columns in that table, pen table. How many you want to download? Let's select all. You can see there's a button select all. I want to go with all. Next. Now, as soon as you select all, you can see here a database query is automatically created. This database query, if you want to create, you need coding skills. But you can see here Salesforce is doing automatically for you. It's working automatically, so you don't need to worry. Okay. Now, what about this? Now, this area is to give some kind of filters. See, imagine in the pen table, you are having total 1000 records, but you want only those records where the price of the pen is more than 100 rupees or $100 or whatever. So you can give the condition here. For example, see, I want only those records where price more than 100 and add condition. Look at this. You can add the condition. You want to add one more condition, more than 1000 but less than 500, no problem. Less than 500, add condition. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, and you want to remove this, you can remove, no problem. Anyways, let's remove. It was just for example. Click on finish. Yes, it's saying 166 records successfully done. Where these records are coming from? Maybe we entered last year, maybe before 6 months, maybe before 8 months. We use this org for our project activity of Salesforce in IntelliLogic, and that's why these records are coming. So please note, it's not coming automatically. We entered somewhere in the past. You also have to enter automatically. Nothing will come and zero errors. Okay, so okay and done. That's it. Now it's time to open that file. So let me go to the desktop. By going to desktop, I'm going to open that folder. Look at this. Look at this. You can see. Okay. Now let me open this file. And please note that here in this area, in this case, you can see that we have this data. Now a question may come in your mind that Shekhar, when yesterday you shown us when you shown us the Parker pen example, only I can see two columns, but in the Excel I can see so many columns. This column, let's say this column. So many columns, right? So many columns. So how come? Okay, understand why it is happening. Actually, guys, whenever, and by the way, this file we are going to add into pen drive and give it to customer. That's not our area now. Or now, let customer do whatever they want, because they only said they want on pen drive. So we will give to this and our work is over. Now let's see why so many columns are coming. when you have taken the backup. So this is the process to take a backup in Salesforce. Okay, large number of data you can take a backup, and pen drive is not compulsory. Sometimes hard drive, sometimes pen drive, sometimes any cloud storage like OneDrive or Google Drive. Okay, so it's not compulsory. Everyone will follow pen drive example in the project. Anyways, that client will decide. We don't need to worry. So let's see why multiple columns are coming here. See, whenever you export any table in Salesforce, you are going to get three types of columns. One column you already saw in the demo. Second, you also saw in the demo. Third, I'm going to tell you. First, you tell me what type of two columns you saw in the demo. Good. So one is standard fill, and second is, tell me. Okay, good. So second is system fill. Sorry, custom fill that we saw in the demo. Okay. So one standard, then you are seeing custom, and now let me tell you the third option is system fill. Okay, which you are not aware. The third type of information you are not aware is system fill. Okay, so please note this one: standard fill and custom fill that we saw in the demo. The new thing which you don't know is system fill. Okay. Now, no need to discuss about standard fill, custom fill that you're already aware, but what is the meaning of system fill? Let us see. Standard fields that we saw, like for example, in the demo, let me show you that here. See, created by, last modified by, owner, this name field, these are standard fields. Custom field, this is custom field. But what about system field? Now see. Guys, imagine you went to the mobile shop to purchase a mobile. For example, a 12 GB RAM mobile. You made a payment and you came to home. You did unboxing without doing any usage of the phone, without installing any single app. Directly, you went to the setting. You went to the setting and you saw the RAM, and it is saying, let's say 10 GB. Let's say it's saying, for example, 11 GB. That's it. What happened? Did the shopkeeper cheat you or any fraud happen? Why it's showing only 1 GB? Almost all answers are correct. Please note, actually, the mobile operating system needs some internal storage. That's why from your total RAM, it taken some space. There was no cheating, there was no fraud. Correct answer. Same way, in Salesforce database table, you will have some kind of columns which are internal to software. It's required by internal system. That's not for you, that's not for customer. Those are called as system fields. System fields. And let me show you the example of system field. For example, this is system field, or for example, this is system field, or for example, this is system field. So many system fields are there, guys, and that's why you can see so many columns. So a question may come in your mind. So Shekhar, do we need to keep that in the data loader? No. As we are not going to work on that, you can simply delete those columns whenever you are working in the office. Next. Now, guys, whatever knowledge you got before in like last 1 or 2 minutes, by using that knowledge, please tell me this interview question in 30 seconds. Please proceed. Now let me tell you the answers. First, it has many benefits in terms of data security. Like you can say in the interview, you can say we can take a backup of data present in Salesforce into files. Next, second, we can shift the data from one location to another location via system through file using some kind of device like pen drive. Okay. Third, we can pull data from Salesforce and do filtering by Excel. See, we can take the data in Excel and do filter. I hope you are aware in the Excel we have like filters like facilities, filter, and we can work on them as per the need, avoiding unwanted data. We can use all the features of Excel. See, let me show you. See, whatever backup I got in Excel, Excel or CSV, both almost same. So I can use various tools of Excel. I can use filter, I can use sort, I can use all the options of Excel. Okay. So this way we can take the benefit of this offline data and process as per the requirement. And finally, you can say that when internet is not available, when we want to discuss about the data in the offline mode, then we can actually take the benefit of this by taking printout. By taking printout, we can print this data on the paper and we can proceed and discuss. Sometimes we need to also add the records into file. Sometimes we need to add the records into file. That also we can do. Okay. So these are the benefits of export. Now let's see the interview question. What kind of file data loader supports? You know the answer. Tell me. Tell me what is the answer. Just we discussed before 2 minutes. Correct? CSV. Now let me tell you what is the full form of this comma separated value. Comma separated value. See, internally little bit mechanism different, but outside you can see this CSV file is same like Excel. So there is no major difference between CSV and Excel. Yeah, but internal mechanism is so good that we can save more data in CSV, less data in Excel. That's why Salesforce prefer CSV while using data loader. Okay, because capacity is very high. Now let's see the Samsung question. Export and export all. Means what is the difference between these last two buttons? Pay attention. See, imagine that you are going to delete any record in Salesforce. Okay, let's say I'm going to delete this record. Click and delete. Delete. So what will happen? That record will go to the recycle bin. Where I can see recycle bin, click on the 9 dot. And here search recycle bin. You can see only one option is coming, recycle bin. Open that. Anyways, right now we don't have anything, but the record will come here. Okay, fine. Same like your laptop recycle bin. Now listen carefully. Imagine that I have here 5 records, and imagine in the recycle bin I have 2 records. Okay. So if I press on export button, it will give me non-deleted records. That is obviously 5. If I press on export all, then deleted plus non-deleted. Total 7 records I will be. This is the difference. Export all will also give you data present in the recycle bin. That's it. This is the difference. This is the answer. Deleted and non-deleted both records. But sometimes in the interview, they will not stop here. They will move ahead and they will say, any idea when you will use this in the project? This option, export all, when you are going to use in the project. Okay, listen carefully, guys. When we have used this in our project, generally we guys use when in what situation? See, when you have a financial project, banking project, financial project, where audit is regularly they will do audit, and it's a very critical step, auditing and all. So they sometimes also need to see what is deleted data. They want to also check that what is deleted. Please note. So at that time, we need this. Next, they want to also see any deleted transactions are there, transactions, payments, anything like that deleted is there. Yes, at that time you can use this. Next, please note, sometimes you are working on such kind of data sensitive project where we have to export all, because if suppose by mistake your customer is deleting important data and after 15 days the data will be gone from recycle bin, then customer will be in the panic mode, data is gone. Now how to recover? See, remember this, if you delete any record in Salesforce, that will go to the recycle bin. Please note, it will wait for you for 15 days in the recycle bin. It will wait for you. And finally, after wait, if you are not recovering it back, restoring it back, then permanently it is deleted. So your customer entered some record, very important, and he deleted by mistake. 15 days gone. After 20 days, he's contacting you. Where is my record? I want the record. It's very important, and etc. etc. For example, help me with the record. I deleted by mistake, etc. etc. So in this case also, if you're taking regular backup by using export all, then you will get deleted records also. Let's say every week, every weekend you're taking export all. Then you'll also get the backup of recycle bin. So you can use that backup and restore the data. Simple. Okay. So in this kind of projects, like financial projects where regular auditing is happening, data sensitive project where data is very critical, even by mistake we are deleting data that's also not allowed. In all such cases, we can use export all. Please note, in the past interview in HP, Hewlett Packard, they asked one question. If I show you a file called as export all, in that we have deleted records and non-deleted records. How you will identify which are deleted, which are not deleted? Okay, now let's see what will be your answer. Before that, let me do export all. Now let us see what is going to be your answer. I'm going to do export all, and let me just save this in a file. Let's say export all, save, next, select all, finish, yes, and done. Okay, so now I'm going to show you that file and you tell me the answer. The question is, if I show you export all, this is export all file. How you will tell which records are deleted or recycle bin which are not in the recycle bin? Very simple answer. Only 5 seconds because it's very simple. Only 5 seconds because it is very simple question. Good. So guys, this is the answer. This is the column which will tell you record is deleted or not. If the value is false, means not deleted. The value is true, means deleted. Okay, please note. Next. After that, let's talk about insert scenario. We are going to do meeting with the client. Please note that we are going to do now this meeting with Saturday evening. Assume right now it's Saturday evening. Assume client is saying, guys, today is Saturday evening or this is Saturday evening. Have you taken the backup? Because I said on the weekend, yes sir, done, backup done. Excel is ready and I'm giving you pen drive and that Excel. Please save somewhere wherever you want. Client said, okay, all good, all nice. Now I'm waiting for my SAP data to be shifted in Salesforce because I need my old data of the business. So client is saying that, do you need anything from my side? So we are saying, yes sir, we need whatever data. See sir, first step is backup is done, all good. Now you are saying you want SAP data into Salesforce. So sir, I need from your side all the data in Excel format. Give it to me and I will proceed further. Now guys, tell me why we have said Excel format to customer. Why said Excel format? Okay, so guys, you are right because it's only supported file. But my question is, I did not say CSV. I said Excel. Any idea why? I did not say CSV. I said Excel. Ideally, I should ask for CSV. Okay, now listen carefully. Actually, mostly clients are aware about Excel in the Salesforce industry, or even if you talk about normal industry. And almost everyone, whoever is using laptop, computer, 99.99% people know Excel. There is no problem. Okay. But CSV is something people use rarely. That's why to avoid bothering customer, we simply say, sir, whatever data you have in your old platform, give it to me in the Excel. And from Excel, we will convert to CSV. How to convert? Guys, very simple. You know, right? There is a save as option in the Excel, save as kind of option. By using that, we can easily do it. So you can see here, you can see this arrow where you can click, and then what will happen? Then we press on save as, save and all this kind of things, right? Save as, etc. And that's it. Okay, like this you can do. Save as and all this kind of thing we can do. Okay, that's it. So this way convert the CSV file into Excel. That's sorry, Excel file to CSV. That's it. So don't bother your customer. Excel, no problem. Let's proceed with Excel and convert to CSV, which will take hardly 1 second. That's why I told you this, what we do in the real-time project. Next. Okay, now for this step, getting files from old platform and shifting into CSV, we are totally dependent here on our customer. Because see, we don't know SAP, right? How we know SAP? How we know how to take a data from SAP? We have no idea about all these things. So please note, in this kind of scenarios, we are totally dependent on our customer. Our customers will help us in all these kind of practices. We don't know all these things. Okay, next. Now, in this case, imagine that now we have to proceed and we have to work on this. Okay, so let me tell you how we can proceed. Meanwhile, everyone confirm audio video. Type yes, audio video fine. Thank you for the confirmation. So please note that this way we need to proceed for taking the data. Now, one more important thing. Ask your customer, sir, in your SAP, how many tables are there, database table? Customer said 20. Sir, please note, I need 20 Excel files, sir. Separate. 20 Excel file, otherwise it's not possible to work. Because data loader at a time only supports loading of one table at a time. So you need 20 separate Excel files. Okay. So please note this one. Next. Now assume we got a file from SAP. Assume we got some kind of data from SAP. After that, what is our journey? What kind of responsibilities we need to take care after this in the job market? Everything we'll discuss in the next session, because today's agenda is over. Okay? So let's meet tomorrow.